believe highly sensitive people have so much to give and to share and to create in this world, but often we're way too busy just trying to survive. So take heart, choose your next mentor, keep going, keep reading, keep watching, keep learning, keep being true to yourself and reconnecting to everything that truly matters to you. You're doing amazing, and I'm so glad that we are in this together. Are you somebody who really loves to learn? Do you love personal growth? Do you just, oh my gosh, I know I am. I love to read. I love to discover new books and new authors. I love scrolling down YouTube and just looking at all the different suggestions and just finding people who I really resonate with, who have built the kind of life for themselves that, it's so incredibly fulfilling that I'm like, I can do this too, right? Hi, I'm Christine. I'm your emotion coach, and today I want to talk about mentorship, right? Finding the right mentor at the right time as a highly sensitive being. And I wanted to start with talking about who has been most influential in my life so far. And oh my gosh, I would probably have to mention like 20, 30, 40 people. I'm going to keep it to just like 5 or 6 of like the ones who have made the biggest impact on me, right? Because I absolutely believe that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And that was always the thing for me. It's like, if you just keep searching, the right person, the right book, the right YouTube video, the right course will appear for you. Be open, be curious. I feel like kind of the trap that we fall into these days is that so much information is available for us so readily, so easily at our fingertips, either with like ChatGPT or Google, like quickly look it up, or that we just like scroll in Instagram or Facebook or YouTube and just like get distracted or overwhelmed by so many different perspectives, so many things. And as highly sensitives, we feel like we have to listen to it all and figure it out all and get everyone's perspective. And I'm here to like remind you to like come back down to your essence, trust in law of attraction, trust in the universe to align you with exactly what you need in the exact right time. Yes, you don't have to try out everything. Trust that you are in the right place at the right time with the right spiritual teacher, because I fall into that too these days of like, there's so many different people to follow and listen to their podcasts and all these things. And I'm just like, which one should I do? And then I'll hop around from one person to the next. And it doesn't give me that feeling of mentorship that I once got from these people, and I'll start to tell you about them. My first one, I did bring some books. My first one was Iyanla Vanzant. I don't know if you've heard of her. Let me grab a book. Here are my books. Okay, this was the very first book. I got it sometime in my teenage years, probably like 16, 17 or something. I remember I was so in sync and tune, just inspired by this book, that Christmas I got my entire family a copy of this book. I don't know if anybody else ever read it, but you know when you're like really into something and you just like want to share it, you want to shout it from the rooftops. And this one was great because it like gives you different lessons. Like every day you get a different lesson. I was trying to see, like day 11, right? So it's like every day you get a different lesson where you read through something and then she gives you some journaling prompts. I love to journal and write. Anyway, I still have some of these early journals, and this book was really great, an introduction to showing me, teaching me gently how to understand my emotions. And gosh, as a highly sensitive, that has become like one of the most important things for me, is to understand how to handle these crazy, intense emotions, right? So that was an amazing book for me to start with. I wish I would have kept up with her. Now I sometimes listen to her like performances, public speaking. She's an amazing speaker. Wow, so incredibly inspiring. The next one I came across was Louise Hay. Actually, from her video, I was going through a big health challenge with my gut, with IBS, with constant headaches, with just feeling rotten in my body, right? As highly sensitives, we are so finely tuned to everything that's going on and everything that we're feeling in our bodies, right? So, oh my gosh, my journey along that, and my mom was the one who gave me a copy of the video called, what is her video called? I think it's called You Can Heal Your Life. The movie, if you haven't seen it, watch it. There's so many beautiful speakers on there, but it kind of gives you an introduction to like Louise Hay and who she is, and it's just incredible. I just love who she is and what she has built, right? Someday I'll have a book or a course on her platform, right? What is it called? Hay House, right? hayhouse.com. Oh my gosh, an incredible platform. I wish that I would have seen her speak before she passed away. Oh my gosh. One of these days, I do want to go to their, I forget how long it is, like a 3-day or 5-day workshop where they all come together once a year, twice a year. I definitely want to go there sometime. I wish I would have gotten to see her live on stage. She was very inspiring. She showed me a whole other way to think about my health and well-being, right? Of like, hey, your emotions have a huge impact on how you're feeling in your body. Our emotions create and therefore also can heal our illnesses. Wow, so incredibly important. Through her Hay House, right, I had signed up to her newsletter, and through them they would suggest different books from authors who had signed with them, and through them I got to Abraham Hicks. Money and the Law of Attraction was my first book from Abraham Hicks. I'm sure at the time I was really wanting to work on my financial well-being. I was like, money and the law of attraction, I can attract more money, I'm in. But this book gave me so much more than just the understanding of how law of attraction works with your financial well-being. Oh my gosh, I entered a 10-year love affair with Abraham Hicks and just listened to all of their CDs. I went to several of their workshops. I just wanted to partake. The kitties are rustling in the box. I just wanted to partake because that was the thing that I had been looking for, right? Through my teenage years, I was always a dreamer. I would kind of disassociate from the toughness of life, right? Particularly as highly sensitives, we feel our environment so strongly, and it was just hard on me. I was in Germany. I was going to the gymnasium, very difficult school, always feeling like I had to deliver. You had to stand in front of the class in order to get asked questions by the teacher about what you had been learning and then get a grade on that. And it was just anxiety over-inducing all the time, and it was just too much. If I would have known I was highly sensitive, if my parents would have known that I was highly sensitive, we definitely could have taken steps to kind of help me soothe my nervous system, right? Oh, so important. But what I was doing at that time, my coping mechanism was to just enter in my dream world, right? I would definitely be one of those kids who after school, I'd be sitting on that bus. I'm kind of glad that I had an hour-and-a-half bus ride home on one of those nice buses, right? They're travel buses, high seats, nobody can really see you. You're kind of in your own world, headphones on, just looking out the window and just thinking, just processing, just going through, dreaming, right? I would dream of an easier life, of an easier world, of just I was a dreamer. And through Abraham Hicks was kind of the first time in my life where I felt like I don't just have to go and dive into my dream world and kind of make life palatable, make life, what's the word? Like be able to live life by like, okay, I'm gonna dive into this crazy world, and then I have my dream world, and then I'm gonna like soothe myself back to being okay. Through Abraham Hicks, I discovered that I could actually create my life and in every moment by actually being very present, not floating up in there somewhere, but being present, being in my body, wanting to be in my body, wanting to partake in this crazy loud life, that I could actually create a life that's incredibly fulfilling to me, right? Oh, that was so beautiful. And that was really, God, they gave me the basis of how to handle my emotions, how to seek out happiness, how to create happiness. God, I remember being just like 12 years, maybe younger than that. 12, 11, 10, whatever. We went through different things in school learning about the different types, and I just remember like character types, and I really remember resonating with melancholic, right? I was the melancholic, and I was like, how sad is that? And you can tell in my childhood photos when that age kind of hit, where you can see it in my face, where life was just too much, too hard, too intense, too cruel for me, right? You can see it in my face that I was just overwhelmed by life. So my gosh, Abraham Hicks kind of gave me that basis, and I still talk about them all the time, you know I do. They gave me this basis, this new language, this new perspective on life, and this newfound resilience and courage and power to be able to create the kind of life that I really desire. Oh my gosh. And from there, once you kind of have that basis, it just kind of branched out, right? Then I got into the Pleiadians and Wendy Kennedy. I got into Bashar, channeled by Daryl Anka. I'm listening to a lot of Neville Goddard at this time. And then, you know, as wonderful as these spiritual channeled beings are, I also wanted somebody here on earth in this physical life, in this physical body, going through this physical life, right? Because from this non-physical perspective, it's like, just do this, just think like that. You're a lazy focuser, just get your vibration set, you know? It's like when you have a human being walking here on earth and going through the challenges of physical life, applying these spiritual principles, beautiful. And I'm hoping that I can be an anchor like that for others who are to come and look at my work, right? So then what I discovered is like, man, really, these like so many coaches and spiritual coaches. Oops. Gosh, it's already time. I want to talk to you longer. So many coaches and gosh, I was so hugely into psychology and understanding how my mind works and retraining my brain, and how do I get to understand my subconscious, my unconscious, and how do I reprogram, rewire my brain, right? Like, how can I not think of his name right now? Who does all the incredible meditation work. I so want to go to one of his workshops. I'll put it below. I can't believe I can't think of his name right now. And then I also, got into Tony Robbins because it was just beautiful. It was right at the perfect time, right? I had just come back from living in California for 4 years, the most intense and trying time of my life so far, of just getting kicked down. I just felt like I was in a boxing ring and just kept on getting knocked out. And I would get back up and I would get knocked out. I was learning big, big lessons about love, about relationships, about self-love, about trusting myself, about just becoming confident in who I am and what I desire in my life, right? I had a miscarriage. I was left by my boyfriend. I was just so many hard things. I had to move back to Texas with my tail between my legs. And it was during this time that on Netflix, I saw the documentary, I Am Not Your Guru by Tony Robbins. And I had listened to some of Tony Robbins stuff before, but this particular video, I was just like, oh my gosh, like he is helping. I've been wanting to be a life coach for a long, long time, and then tried to make it happen in California, and all this mayhem happened in my life. I was like, I can't start this right now. My life is in shambles. How can I tell anybody else how to create a fulfilling life, right? So then I get back and I listen to this documentary by Tony Robbins, kind of filming some of his retreats that he does. And it was just so incredible for me to witness how he is able to help people who feel so stuck, who feel so lost in their lives, who feel so like hopeless, right? And I'm like, gosh, if I can just learn how to be able to help people who are stuck, because I've been there. I've been stuck. I felt incredibly overwhelmed. I felt anxious. I felt like I was slipping down into depression. I felt like I had completely messed up my life, right? And I dug myself out and I got this. But now how do I do this with others? How do I teach others? How can I be a guiding light? I always see myself as this guide in this dark, dark tunnel. And I have this lantern and I'm like, come this way, right? You're gonna be okay. Come this way. So then I entered into his, it's called Robbins Medanes, right? He does Tony Robbins with Chloe Medanes. They made a coaching program. So I signed up for this coaching program in order to learn how to be that guide for others. So he was a huge influence. And then I discovered Dean Graziosi and Brendan Burchard, right? It's just like, oh, so many wonderful teachers who have really made it their life's work to help others, to bring more light, to bring more abundance, to bring more joy. And it's like every time I get down about myself going, who cares what I have to say? Who cares, what kind of a course I created? I think back about these people who have been such a great influence in my life going, I'm so glad that they did it. I'm so glad that they wrote that book. I'm so glad that they took the time to create that course and to market that course so that I could find it, right? So if you are one of those course creators and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this, who cares? Who cares about me and what I have to say, feeling like an imposter, remember those mentors of yours and how glad you are that they took the time, that they made the effort, that they went out of their comfort zone in order to create this beautiful thing for you, this guiding light for you. Yes? Oh my gosh. So towards the end, I'm just wanting to, always, take your journal and then ask yourself, who have been my great mentors in my life? And then also, where am I now? What do I need and desire in this moment? What do I need and desire in this moment? What would I like to create more of in my life? What baggage would I like to let go of so that I can create that incredibly fulfilling life that I truly desire? Because you absolutely can. And that, of course, I want to tell you what I do so that you know if I'm the right fit for you at this time in your life, right? I am working exclusively with highly sensitive people. Once I discovered that I am a highly sensitive person, everything changed for me, because then I realized, I have to seek out the mentors who are highly sensitive, or look at whatever my mentors have to share through the lens of being a highly sensitive. How can I make this work? And that is what I'm in the process of right now. I filmed 33 videos in the beginning of this year that I'm still packaging and putting together. It's meant to be like a daily video. Every day you get a little bit of a different lesson pulling you through, and that is for those times when you feel incredibly lost, when you feel really stuck, when you get some really hard news, a difficult challenge in your life, and you're like, I don't know where to begin. This is kind of meant to be a structure, to be your guiding light, to be your companion in dark times to help you to reconnect with yourself, right? I don't have the answers. You have the answers. Your higher self has the answers. Your guides, your spiritual guides, your higher self, the universe has your answers. My job is just to reconnect you with your own higher self. So yes, I work mostly with highly sensitive people who are kind of in that place of feeling stuck, of feeling lost, of feeling anxious and overwhelmed, who are feeling overtaken by their own emotions, who feel lost, who don't know how to get through the next day, right? Or who just want a little bit more resilience, a little bit more of that feeling of creativity and passion of, yes, I can create the life that I truly desire, because you so can. Oh my gosh. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this work. Gosh, if you're a fellow being who loves to learn and to study and to grow, I want to be in a room with you, right? I want to connect with you. I love sharing these things. Just last month, I treated myself to a 3-day seminar, to actually Brenda Burchard's seminar, Growth Day, and it was incredible. It was so incredible to be in a room with so many people who really vibed, who were really there to learn and to grow, who are really there to be inspired, who are really there to work on themselves, right? To see, hey, where have I been getting in my own way? That's what we're here to do, right? To inspire and guide each other. So beautiful. Thank you so much for being here today, for doing the work, for embracing your own high sensitivity. And I will see you tomorrow.